Once upon a time, there was a young man who worked at a noisy, old factory. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't loud. But he was always there, always dependable, always doing his job. His mentor, an old technician, once gave him a simple rule. Talk less. Do more. Never stop learning. And so, the young man followed that advice. He learned every machine, every process. He became the silent engine that kept the whole place running. After 10 years, the old mentor retired, and the young man stepped into his shoes as a technician. He worked with quiet dedication, just as he had been taught. But over time, something started to trouble him. He saw others, loud, less skilled, less experienced, being promoted, while he stayed where he had always been. One day, he went to visit his old mentor. He said, "I've done everything you taught me. I've worked hard. I've stayed quiet. I've mastered every skill. But I've been overlooked, ignored, forgotten. Why?" The old man looked at him and asked, "Are you sure you've made yourself indispensable?" "Yes," the young man replied. "Absolutely." The mentor paused, then smiled slightly. "Then it's time to take a day off." Surprised, the young man asked, "A day off?" "Yes," the mentor said. "Let them see what happens when the light goes out, just for a little while." And so, for the first time in years, the young man took a day off. When he returned the next day, chaos had unfolded. Machines were jammed. People were confused. The manager pulled him into the office. "We had no idea how much we needed you, until you were gone." That day, the young man was promoted. He was finally seen. Inspired by his mentor's wisdom, he began a pattern. Whenever he felt undervalued, he would take another day off. And each time he returned, things had gone wrong. Each time, they remembered how much he mattered. And things improved, until one day, he showed up to the factory gates, and they were closed to him. Terminated. He stood there in shock. How could this happen? Hadn't he proven his worth? He went straight to his mentor, heart heavy with confusion. "Why did they let me go? I followed your advice." The old man looked at him gently and said, "You only heard half the lesson. You were right that no one notices a light that's always on. People only realize its value when it goes out. But here's what you missed. If a light goes out too often, people stop trusting it. And eventually, they replace it." Then the mentor asked, "Do you have people in your life, family, friends, co-workers, that you take for granted? People who are always there, quietly supporting you? What if one day they weren't?" Don't wait for absence to teach you value. And don't let your own light burn out seeking appreciation. Balance your life. Give your best, but wisely. Be dependable, but don't disappear. Shine bright, but rest, too. And never let your worth depend on being overworked. Balance is the secret. And life rewards balance. The light that's always on is the one most forgotten. Don't let that light be you.